Why do we play games? As human beings, we are always playing. It is one of the first things we do in our lives. It is how we grow, how we learn, and how we understand the world around us. It is through the act of playing that we keep the memory of our customs and how we live in society. With the development of technology, we imagine new ways to play. Creators spend their lives thinking about new ways of bringing the fun, the challenges, and the wonder of games to the virtual world. And in a matter of time, their creations were in each and every home. Even more innovative and engaging, games bonded families, friends, built memories, and became a part of our daily lives. As a consequence of that, we have in the games industry one of the most creative, dynamic, and prolific communities in the world. Thousands of people make games their profession. Entrepreneurs, composers, writers, creators, and developers. And those very people, with their ideas, thoughts, and visions too great for being put into a single box, left their mark on us. That's why we are here today. That's why GameJamPlus has reached so many diverse groups of people. Beyond our differences, our similarities brought us together. Our cultures, countries, religions, history, and experiences. Our passion for games. If today we are a global movement, it is because our love for games brought us here. We all want to share our stories with the world. We want to leave our mark, the same way those before left their mark on us. Games made us laugh, made us cry, taught us life lessons. Games can make us put ourselves in each other's shoes and build empathy. If we are here today, it is because we also have something to say and we want it to be heard. For the next players to also feel inspired, have fun, learn, and make good memories just like ours, so they can look back and feel the same happiness we felt. So then, why do we play games? There isn't one right answer, but we know that playing, it's something human, something that brings us together, and that's why we are here today. That's why we keep on going. Because we believe. GameJamPlus. Be our plus one.
Hey, hello, guys! Welcome to the Game Jam Plus semifinal of Europe, Asia, North America, and Africa.
Next to me is one of the heads from Faça's Originais podcast, the actress and cultural producer Carol Souza.
And by my side is her, executive producer, executive director of Tan Grande y Jugando, ambassador for Women Game Jam, business developer, and queen of devs, Sandra Castro.
Thank you so much for the presence of everyone who is following these semifinals live, where we are simultaneously streaming to the official channels of Game Jam Plus in YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and TikTok.
So there is no excuse for not to follow the semifinals live and follow Game Jam Plus on social medias for stay on top of this collaborative movement made by the community and for the community of game developers around the world.
Before we start with the agendas today, I don't know if you recognize that we are making a tribute to one of the games that, well, it's not one of the games, it is the winner. The game that was the winner of last year's of Game Jam Plus. Do not disturb.
So I'm dressed as Lara and Sandy is dressed like Yara from
But
Do Not Disturb.
in the inverse. But it's a really good game. If you haven't played, you should do it. But now I'm continuing with our agenda of the event for today. What are we going to have for today's video, Carol?
In this great event today, we will have a lot of news, chat, tributes, and announcement of awards. Today, we will have the presence of the General Director of Game Jam Plus, Ian Hoshley, talking a little about the collaborative movement that has been growing and, thanks to the power of collaboration, becoming increasingly impactful. We will also have a short chat with one of our local organizers from today's semifinals regions, talking about their community, their challenge, and expectation for the future of development community. Tribute and some prize for the most present participant in the incubation stage.
There's a lot of content for today. So, for the tributes to our mentors who donate their daytime and expertise to help the game dev community grow. And well, thank you very much for our mentors and
Lots of
teachers
things.
that were there. Yeah. Also, news about the Game Jam Plus grand final ceremony. Gente, spoiler alert, it isn't going to be in person in Brazil, and the announcement of the best games in each region and reporting. Here, the special prize. Spoiler alert! Like, it's not also spoiler alert, it's like, redoblen los tambores. I have to say that in Spanish because I don't know how to say it in English, which is like, make the drum sound. The team that it is going to be first place in each region will won one airfare and accommodation for the Game Jump Plus grand final ceremony in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Ah! Dios mío.
It's exciting, right?
Yeah, I love it. My God, like, please, please, like, you have to be super tuned to this because we are announcing who's going to go to Rio de Janeiro, baby. Yeah.
And I'm very excited to know you in person. It will be great. In addition, at the end of the event, we will have a raffle for pack with amazing game keys. Run there quick and participate in the draw. It's very simple to participate. To participate, you must follow our profile, GameJamPlus, like the giveaway post that is on our profile feed on Instagram, and tag 3 friends in the comments. Remembering that is on Instagram and not here on YouTube, TikTok, or
Which,
Twitch.
yeah.
We remind you that it's not worth tagging profiles of famous companies and fakes. Do not tag some profile more than once in the comments.
And now we're going to call our sponsor video and we will be back in a few minutes. Don't get out of here. Have a special we have a special guest for today's no so for starting and like having a good perspective of what is happening in the game jump plus and who is the best to be here that Ian Rochlin, who is the general director of the game jump plus. So we're calling him to the stage now.
Hello, Sandy and Carol. How are you? Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Sandy will be in Rio de Janeiro as well in the final. So, yeah.
Going to be the girl party.
So thank you very much for inviting me here for talking a little bit. I just want to say thank you first to say thank you for all the volunteers, as Sandy already mentioned. Game Jam Plus would be impossible to do it if we didn't have as many volunteers as we have, as local organizers, mentors, and judges. So thank you very much for everybody that are willing to spend a little bit of their time to help us grow our movement. And this year, I think we will have the best Game Jam Plus final at all times. And we are bringing a lot of organizers and participants to Rio de Janeiro. And it's a way of us to say thank you for those that do so much for us. And I want to say a little bit about our numbers in 2021. We had almost 60 cities in 20 countries. We had a little bit more than 1,000 participants. They made 200 games, and we had 800 volunteers, local organizers, mentors, and judges. And I think that's all. I don't have too much to say. I just want to say thank you for everybody, and to reinforce that in the Latin America final, we will also bring some of the best teams. Actually, one member of the best team to Rio de Janeiro, and for those that don't win the flying tickets and the accommodation for free, but are still finalists, we are going to try to talk with your embassy in Brazil to try to convince them to pay for you as well. So I think that's all I have to say. Sandy and Carol, thank you very much for being our host.
I am like having a heart attack here. like imagine the power of the game dev community, that we are working to make you be part of this, and like you have these advocator that are talking with the embassies to make you come. Like this is pure love, people. The game dev community
Yes.
is like that, and we want to make you grow a lot. So go for it.
That's it.
That's it.
Ian,
So I
thank you
think I
very
will
much.
leave you, and you can follow with our roteiro, that I don't know how to say this in English. Sorry about my English, people.
No worries.
And
It's
see
okay.
you in Rio de Janeiro. See you in Rio de Janeiro.
Clearly, I'm in shock.
I'm
Like we
excited.
finished this stream now. Hey, thank you. Okay. Like, oh, this is our so like each time we have like best news and best news and best news and best news.
And it is just starting. Because now we are going to talk about a special category. This goes about one new event on Game Jam Plus, right, Sandy?
Yeah, but before we're doing that, we're going to call our sponsors video and we'll be back in a few minutes. Please don't get out of here.
Tem um ditado que diz: amigo a gente escolhe, parente a gente atura. Bom, não é o caso do melhor amigo. O melhor amigo é igual parente mesmo. Com ele, você tem os melhores, piores momentos da sua vida. O danado não separa a briga, ou deixa você apanhar, ou apanha junto. Quer saber quem é o seu melhor amigo? Pise na bola. Os seus amigos vão te apoiar, menos o teu melhor amigo. E a tua mãe, é claro. Todo mundo tem um melhor amigo. Inclusive coisas que você nem imagina. O melhor amigo do calor, por exemplo, é a brisa. Sem ela, o calor seria um mala insuportável. O melhor amigo da chuva é a alegria. Só ela para aguentar um dia cinzento. Até mesmo o tempo tem um melhor amigo. E adivinha quem é o sortudo que atura o tempo? A durabilidade. É aquela força que você demonstra ao sorrir mesmo quando o tempo te dá rugas. Ou quando você vence um obstáculo só com a sua persistência. Porque sabe que nem tudo são cores, mas tudo se resolve com o tempo. Então cuide para que seus sonhos vençam a chatice do tempo. Cubra eles de cuidados. Faça com que durem tanto quanto uma grande amizade. Porque só uma grande amizade sobrevive ao tempo. Anjo Tintas. Aprovada pelo tempo.
Like we have a lot of news here. What is happening here? But for the moment, we will disclose and congratulate the participants from these regions who participate in the most, like, the most of, or like, blah 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 blah. What do we want to say now is that these people is I'm still in shock, people. That's the truth. That's the truth. But what I want to say most of all is like what we want in the Game Jam Plus is for you to grow up a lot. And these
Yes.
groups of people are the ones that participate in our incubation stage. So that's super awesome for us to for you to use the tools that we are giving you.
Yes. Yes, it's really important. So we are really glad every time we see you on the mentorships, on the workshops, and lectures. It's really great for us. So I will call you by the nickname on Discord the most present participants in our incubation stage. There were Nisi, game Meet Me in the Mountain from Philippines, Star game Jello Kitty from Philippines, and DC Wiz Jello Kitty game from Philippines too. Congratulations, folks.
Whee! You have won. Well, I know that we are giving a lot of prizes, but for these participants who are like super studying all the time and participating in our events,
Yes.
you have won a symbolic prize of some indie game keys from our partners developers. The production team will contact you to give you the keys and all the information
Yes.
that you need. But most important, congratulations for your participation in the
Yes.
incubation stage and for being hungry of knowledge.
Congratulations, guys.
Now, we invite to the stage some of the cultural agents that make it all happen, our local organizers. Woo! First of all, we call here Antonio Durango from Portugal.
And Daniela from Macedonia. In Tutaleni from Namibia.
Hello.
Welcome. It's great to have you here.
Sorry.
How are you? No, no worries, no worries.
Hello.
Thanks,
Like
guys.
when usually we connect, we're like muted because we forgot that we mute. Like we are like this, but like not having the camera is like the second most usual problem. Don't worry about that. But for today, we are going to talk about a little bit about you. Please let us know, us and all the public that it is watching, what do you do? What are you creating? Who would like to start?
Tuti, you first, please.
Go to the
I was first in the next one last year, so
Okay,
it's your turn now. I'm your gentleman.
no problem. I'll go first. My name is Tutaleni Longa, Namibia. I'm a game designer, and yeah, I have my own company, TL Entertainment, which is a game dev company, and it's a new one. It's a new studio we have, and yeah, we have a game coming out soon. Maybe I can't tell you, but it's very close. But it's going to be a really nice game. It's a gamification game, basically, where we try and market Namibia to the world through a game. So I can't wait to share it with you guys and for it to launch, and then you guys can see what we're working on. Antonio, your turn.
Okay, it's my turn. Hello, guys. My name is Antonio. I am in the middle of Portugal, Figueira da Foz. I'm a computer science teacher and game design, and I'm trying to create an ecosystem of young games developers. I think it's the first in the world. I'm not sure, but I think it's the first in the world because the medium ages of our students is about 14 years old. It's incredible what they can do at that age. So I'm trying to create a mindset to the game design of the young children, so they can go to the market one day and they can be whatever they want to be, because they are dreamers. That the game design is an area where we can expand our vision, and we can be whatever we want. If you want to be a dragon, we code a dragon, we design a dragon, and we will be a dragon. If I want to be a hero, I'm a hero. If I want to be a bad guy, I code a bad guy. So it's a very interesting perspective, and I was very inspired with the work of Zambon, with the creation of ecosystems. And now I'm trying to create from the start here in Portugal a real and strong ecosystem. That's with great. The young people, so they can follow our steps, and one day they can be the changers of the world, because the world is getting dangerous and we need dreamers. We need dreamers a lot. It's incredible what is happening in the world, in Ukraine, and we need children and young people that can go to the world and see the beautiful side of everything. And games are going to make us dream a lot. So I'm very proud to be part of this big movement, and I'm always here. They know, the organization know. I'm always here to support you guys. Thank you very much.
Like, definitely,
That's
games
so
can
true.
change lives, clearly. But
Yeah.
and it is also for us to know a little bit more about what is happening in your game developer scenarios, so all
Yes,
the
of
people
course.
know. Even like, we usually believe that we are the only ones that are working on something, or that in the region there's nothing and we are completely alone, or that there's no game dev industry. So please tell us more
Okay.
about what is happening
Just
in your
Um,
country.
I just want to interrupt a little bit. Sorry.
no problem.
I would like to ask a little introduction from Daniela. She is here with us.
Daniela,
Oh,
come
Danielle is
here.
here. Okay.
Come to
Daniela, sorry,
join
but
us.
if
Hello.
you
Hello,
don't
Daniela.
join late, you have
Catching
to
you.
make like an extra step. So you now have to, like, you have to make a ritual here every time, like, you
Yes.
come here, like, and you're late, you have to make a ritual. So you're going to put a finger on up on your nose and make a turn. No, mentiras, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. Of course, Daniela, please
I
let us
can
know a little
sneeze
bit
if you want.
more. She goes like,
I can't believe you said that. Okay.
What that
So,
I can sneeze?
Daniela, talk a little
Or
about
that,
you.
that I should put a finger
no,
in
no,
my
no, don't do
nose.
that. Don't do that, Daniela.
I'm
Do that.
not doing
That's a
that.
trap.
I can do only a pchicha.
Oh, she go for everything. No, let us tell us a little bit more about yourself, please. A personal presentation, Daniela.
I'm Daniela from Macedonia. I'm part of Macedonian Game Developers Association. We are quite a small country, and we did quite a small community, and we were very happy that part of that big part of that community came to the GameJamPlus now already last year from the beginning. And what we're trying to do is something similar to Antonio, but Antonio, I believe, is much more successful. He has a lot of books on behind him. Mine are only on this side of the.
Yeah, but
And
Daniela, you're like
we are
getting
trying
ahead.
to encourage. About me, I'm. If you want something like what I am as a profession.
Yeah, you're getting ahead of what we're asking about your local game dev community. Tell us about you. What do you do? What are
Yes.
you building?
What do I do? I'm as a person, I'm artist and also I'm a graphic designer, and that is my profession. That is what I earn from, and this in the organization we do that for love.
Yes.
Beside
Uh,
that, I'm trying to live the life best as it's possible in this kind of situation
Oh,
because we all
Oh,
somehow stuck in these years, right?
okay. So let's go talk a little bit more about your local game dev community, shall we?
yes.
Sorry that I was ahead and of those things. We're a small community, but there are many young people that are interested in doing games. Many young people want to get in the game industry, but what we have noticed that if we attract people between 19 and 31 and 21-year old, so in those 3 years, they will stay in the game industry. Before that, they are too young. After that, they already have earned money in some other IT sphere, and they already have seen that the gaming is not that profitable. At least in Macedonia. In Macedonia, we have that problem that the best people live for Germany and for UK and for other countries, Nordic countries, and they are trying to make the actually earning there. So, or they are going maybe in banking, IT, maybe in the advertising agency, in some kind of animation, but they don't stay in games. That's the main problem that we have, and something that we try to encourage for
Yeah.
all that and so many young people that are coming each year to keep them in the community.
Well, that's a really good like word to say to how to maintain like a big community that's growing a lot. What would you tell us? Do you want to start, Antonio?
Yes, I can take the following
Sure.
what Daniela was saying, because that's why my struggle here is before the 19. So I have already some students that went to the university, and they choose game design, the new game design courses, and so one day I hope they will be game designers. They go to industry, and game design now is not like coding games or make graphics. You have the gamification process that many companies are hiring game designers to
Mm.
gamify some things in the companies in
Yeah.
the learning system. So we will need the game designers because they have the mindset of the production, the sound, the engineering, the graphics design, and so on. That's why my struggle, my ecosystem, uh, um, is arising from the 10 years old until
Mm-hmm.
19. I have only 3 students above 18 years old. The
Oh,
median ages of our competitors to Game Jam, the Pongal and the Blah, the average age is 15 years old. It's incredible. They are working with code, with game design, 2D, 3D, game mechanics, gameplay. They do what every one of you do, but they are younger. It's the and
mm-hmm.
they get the concepts in a way that I think one day they go to a real ecosystem and make them grow, because I am planting seeds here in Portugal, because our ecosystem, like Daniela said, in Macedonia, is very, very, very little, and the companies don't talk with each other. So I
I
am
know.
stuck.
Exactly.
Yes, I am stuck there in Portugal between Porto and Lisbon. Of course, there are great companies, but the last census is October. Last October, there are only 1,000 people working in the industry in the country with 10 million people. It's one less than one not 1%. It's less. So we have to take seats, and those seats eventually one day, if they want, they can choose the path to go to the game dev system. That's why game jam is very important, because it's an awareness. The
Mm-hmm.
game development is an industry. Actually, it's one of the biggest of the world. You can make money if you are good and if you want. So these are the tools. This you can have 1, 2, or 3 pets. If you want to choose, I'm here. I help to develop. It's your own choice, but it's not easy because we don't have support of anything. It's us, and us alone.
How many people are you? Sorry about the question. How many people, Antonio, are you in the organization? Are you alone in this?
Yes.
So it's
I
good
love
to
him.
have
I'm
a-
I love
proudly,
him a
I'm
lot.
proudly alone. I'm proudly alone. I never give up. Ian Rochlin knows I'm a struggle, and I give my face. I'm here. I'm to help the game dev of Portugal, and I will never give up. It's not,
It's the love that
easy,
make it
Daniela. It's
grow.
not easy.
Yes, we are an organization, but two of us are most active. Sometimes three of us, but still, organization is. You have somebody to help. I know your struggle is not easy.
Nope.
No, not at
No,
all.
last year we were three. We help each other. It was very easy. This year, I have a colleague in Barcelos, in north of Portugal, but unfortunately, we could not get in touch. I don't know why, but so I am alone. Yes, I can say that.
Yes.
Proudly alone.
From a phrase that you say, I was just thinking about like Darth Vader.
The love that
You
make us grow,
come to
right?
the dark side of game development.
Yes,
Yeah, we
yes.
should go to the dark side, people. But of course, let us know a little bit more about your game dev industry in Nambia to talent.
Sound,
To talent,
Caro?
you're muted.
sound.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry for that, guys. I thought I was unmuted the whole time. So just to pick up on what Daniela and Antonio have been saying, yeah, the game dev area in Namibia is very much like Portugal. It's not big yet. So, but the good thing is that I will say that there's progress in terms of how we've been doing it, and we were able to bring in a lot of and like Antonio, I'm also planning. We are also planning to to plant seeds so that but then the seeds we're planting is for kids basically. So we want to approach the kids first and work with them first. That way, when they get to our age, they're more successful. So there is an interest now in game dev. It's starting to grow because we are 2.2 million people in the country, but we have 1.6 million people who are living in poverty. So game dev is for some people is maybe a disadvantage and it's maybe a huge issue. But for someone like me, I see it as a huge opportunity to push the whole game dev thing and try and create a trajectory and see how far it goes. Yeah, I will say that it's starting to make progress. I'm really excited because I think right now the best way to try and maybe come into the Namibian market in terms of game dev is through gamification because gamification is maybe one of the easiest. Not easy. It's very complicated, but it's more
Reachable.
manageable to do. Yes, compared to maybe a PS5, a Xbox, or a very hardcore or even like a very extreme mobile game. So gamification is definitely something that we are pushing heavily in Namibia, and that's maybe the first step to introducing game dev into Namibia. Am I working alone? Not anymore. Because last year I actually did create a team, and so far right now we have a team. It's not full time, but hopefully we'll start making money and it becomes a full time thing where we can look out for each other. But the but the team that I did assemble has different people from different backgrounds. We have someone who majored in psychology. Then obviously there's Chubo, who some of you are familiar with, who's a game design a game developer basically. And then we have an illustrator as well as someone who does marketing. So it's bringing all these skills together and just see how further we can go with it. But especially this year, I'm very, very, very excited in terms of where the game dev is going in Namibia, because now it feels very exciting. And yes, now it's time for me to close off. Next.
Oh, this is so hopeful, like to see that you three are working in the game dev industry, promoting it with a lot of this power that you're giving to the community. Tell us a little bit of how is to organize an event that simultaneously is happening in the rest of the world and that is helping the game dev creation. Like, of course, I want to know, like, how is to organize the Game Jump Plus for your game dev community and for you, of course.
Ladies first.
Oh, should I?
We're majority
We are
here.
all
Like,
somehow shy. So, well, this was our first year. That's why maybe I was expecting somebody else to start. For the first year, we had the first year luck, and I hope it happens the next year because it went very well. But I must say that I was happy because of how many people came from Macedonia, but I was also very much satisfied from the you as an organization. Janine was communicating with us like 24 hours a day. She was available, and all the others that we asked every time they were available. So actually, that was a big inspiration because sometimes I was very tired. There were elections in our country in that time, and so I was hoping that people won't get away with the attention. The elections were just a week after that. So, and that was very, very like a tense time here. And so actually she was inspiring me, and the whole Yoringer organization was inspiring me when I was very tired and I thought I will never finish it. I will never manage to write to the schools that I want to send students, that to all the people that I want to invite, and somebody from you was online to support me. And it was my first year impression that yes, because we are doing also global game jam. My other colleague is doing my work there, and he says it's a big crowd there and you can't get 24-hour attention, but we somehow here we get to that. Yes.
super congratulations. Who wants to go next?
Steve, year the last.
This is my second year. Last year, I was organizing with two other friends, and it went well. It went well because I have two more people to divide the work. This year, because I'm working, I have a school of my own. I have a school of game design, and I can have not much time of my own to dedicate to the other cities. But I try to make the many contacts that I can, universities, schools. But unfortunately, the responses were not good, or they simply didn't answer me. It was, yeah. I sent emails. I grabbed the phone and I talked to some people in some universities, and the return was zero. So I create my own teams here in my town with my children, and this is our challenge. Let's go to the Game Jam Plus, and we started with 3 teams, 2 passes to this phase, and now our goal this year, 23, is to reach 10 teams. Those 10, 6 of them our teams of our school, and I'm trying now to reach 2 or 3 universities. I know what went wrong. I must speak with the wrong people. Now I have the contacts of the right people. It happens, and we learn in the process. So we want to make that Portugal this year as a strong and effective participation. And the goal is to once more to give a global awareness what the game dev is and what is the industry. And so we can grow step by step. It's not easy, but we'll try.
It's like a super super important to talk about this for our futures game developers, advocates that are watching the Game Jump Plus and are like thinking, I would love to have this in my country. And what does it take? It takes a lot of responsibility, but it
Yes.
takes a lot of courage because you're going to fight a lot of people that doesn't think that games are so important, because we usually think that games are something for kids, no, like, oh, and
Yes.
we forget the importance of the games. Like, when you are playing, you are having this experience that it's going to teach you something, but you're going to be out of danger, no, like, when you play a video game of whatever you want, if you are like hiking in the game, of course it's already giving you some leads inside, or how to use the materials to climb that mountain. But if you fall in the game, you're not going to die in real life. Like, you already have those knowledge and you can practice that to go for the next level. And that's something I see you all like freeze, and I don't know if I
No, no,
fall
no. I'm
like
here, here,
you.
here. No, no. I think this is a process. I think this is a process. I was
Yeah.
listening. This is a process, and I don't know if you know the VCR. VCR. What is VCR? It's a letter, of course, three letters. The first letter V is for visibility. So the first year, I was trying to reach the more people with visibility. They never heard what about game jam. Game dev was something crazy for some guys in the moon. Okay, visibility. Then the C, credibility. In the first year, I reached the visibility. Now I'm working with the credibility. The third year, the results. I want to reach the results. So V, C, R. I'm following the logic. I cannot go to the point A to the point B. I must have a strategy, and we
Yes.
cannot go. Unfortunately, it's not a line. The minimal point between 2 points, it's not a line.
Yes.
It's a very it's a way that it's tortuous, it's hard, and the doors are closing in your face, and they laugh of us. Game, what is that? You are what old are you? You are joking with games? They don't understand. This is an industry. This is a business. People are earning money. We are doing incredible things. This is VCR. Okay,
Yes,
this is
it is.
a thing that I follow in all my life: visibility, credibility, and then the results. We must have the time, and we must wait for the results. If you want to pass the V to the R, it won't work. And I'm shutting up soon. And I follow another thing. All the things that we put, and in this case, in the game dev industry, in the game jam, in my organization, in is the contest. You must have a context. You must have the experience factor. The people must have an experience,
Mm.
bad or good, but it's an experience. And the content, context, and experience. These are my letters: CCEVCR, and that's why I'm following this Bible of my own, and I hope the organization of my country this year I can have more hands, more heads, more help, more people, so the other country can inspire in countries like Macedonia with Daniela, with the Tuteleni country with my own, and they can see that it's not impossible to have game jam in any city in the world. You only need one people. That's Daniela, that's Tutaleni, that's me, that's A, that's B, that's C. One people. And you have to make them believe that it will happen. Dream. We always a dreamer. So, okay. Tuti, your turn, my friend.
Yeah, Catalina, tell us a little bit more that what was happening, no? Like this lack of resources. At the same time, we have a lot of resources to use. And tell us a little bit more, Tutalini, how is like to organize the Game Jam Plus in Namibia?
So I think this is maybe our third year, or is it fourth? I'm not sure. I have to check because we're getting old. So I think this is our. I'm not sure, but there was actually a slight improvement last year. last year we ended up having that's up compared to the other year, because the other year we only had one team. So last year we had two teams and we had 4 participants. So to us that was an improvement, but at the same time, Veronica and I and Chuba, we sat down and then we realized what we did wrong in terms of how we organized it and everything. And it was organized online. We couldn't have it in person. So this year we've sort of started like to see what we did wrong and see how we can fix it this year in this year's game jam, so that we can have more people sign up. So right now we're working on something to try and get as many people as possible. And right now, based on the trajectory and module we're following, we should have a nice number of people sign up this year in Namibia and South Africa. So last year was always going to be a struggle to get people to sign up, because the companies aren't really willing to sponsor something like this yet. But I think this year a lot of them will be very keen and very interested, because they're going to see, because now we can go to them and say, this is the trajectory we have, and this is in the past few years, this is how we have approached. So now we're just basically asking so that we can move, we can have this operate and this run, because now it's successful, and obviously now we can use statistics and everything. Now it's much better. It's not like last year or anything where it's COVID. Now the COVID, especially in my country, is very, 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 very low. I think yesterday they only reported like 19 cases, that new cases, and then there's a lot of and no deaths at all. So the COVID is very down in my country. So it's again possible for us to have something like this. But again, this is something whereby we're targeting high school kids specifically, because it's easier to target kids than to target adults in our countries, because the kids are more willing, and they're more willing to learn, and they're more willing to like walk and see this. So yeah, it's like Antonio said, that this is it's growing. I think by 2023, 2024, this is maybe something where I can fly you guys over here. If everything goes well with the sponsors, then we can start having these chats in person in front of a group of people, and then we can just show them that how far this has gone, and how we didn't give up on this, and how we just kept pushing until we got where we had to get. So I'm very excited for this year, to be fair, compared to the other years, because now maybe I think it's because now we're more matured and we understand now more how we can approach and how we can push this. Yeah. So
Qué bonito.
Daniela, you're next.
Oh, she was first.
No, I was the first.
Sorry. Then Carol.
Well, for now on, I would like to know more about like how do you see the future
You
of the
continue talking a little about.
I think Carol is.
Carol is saying her internet. I love.
I keep going.
I'll go first. Mhm.
But how do you see the future of the game dev ecosystem in your country?
Oh, how do I see it?
Yeah.
I mean, going forward, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see where it's going. Very, very excited. There's so much I can't share right now, but especially this year, I'm very excited for the game dev ecosystem, especially in my country, because it's really, really going to start speaking up. It's going to start picking up steam, and it's going to start going further. And and this is also basically a result, because I have traveled before 2 times based on game dev and everything, to raise awareness. First time was in Addis, Ethiopia, and then it was in Brazil. And the Brazil experience was what pushed me again to just pursue this. And it was a lovely experience. It was so fun to meet different organizers and different studios, different game dev guys, because it was basically in Brazil where I learned that you can't work alone. You need to work in a studio. You need to have a studio. You need to have like people to work with, and people who will help you achieve all this. So this is where the inspiration came from. Why it was important to have
Oh,
studios and
that's
everything.
great.
But
So when you go to Brazil, it was because of the final of the GameJamPlus.
yes,
Awesome.
in 2019, I think it was
Oh, qué
2019. Yeah,
hermoso.
yeah. So it's been, so since then we
Great.
have grown. Yeah, so since then, if I have to like compare how the game, everything is going, it has grown since the trip from Brazil to now. We have grown since. So yeah, we're very excited for this year in terms of game development. My team and I were very excited in terms of where this is going and where this is going to go, because I feel like we have built a portfolio, whether it's me, Antonio, or Daniela. A portfolio has been built where now it's very easy for us to go to companies and say, hey, we have game dev, this is the portfolio, this is the presentation, this is what we've been doing for years, and we want it to be bigger and better, and then this is what sort of changes it can bring in. So I think it's a very exciting time for for developers and game guys, especially if you're around here, because it's really starting to pick up steam, and it's really, we can basically say business is about to pick up in terms of game dev, because everything is looking so good and it's going so perfect. And with COVID being almost over on our side, we don't know how it is in our other countries, but here it's very low. It's really exciting.
Qué bien. Awesome.
This is very interesting to hear what I hear from him. This is like when some countries waking up towards a certain sphere, and everybody, I mean, use this moment. I would like to be in your country, or I would like my country to be again when the IT and the games got here. Because when we started as a game organization, game development organization, to support um, the community, first the community already existed, but they didn't know between each other. However, the IT companies, some of them support us, but as a general, they were not excited that game development is coming on the scene, because they already knew so much about everything, and they have seen so much. Many of them have been to Silicon Valley and so on. So I think that you're in a that Tutelemi is in a much better position, that he's bringing something so fresh and so new that you have only once in the lifetime to bring something like that in your country. Maybe twice if you're lucky.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So yeah, so that's why it's like this year is one of the years where we are very excited with the whole thing, and we hope the same happens in Portugal, in Macedonia, and maybe in Brazil as well. Because the other angle that I think people don't realize for this is that not only like the whole game jam thing, in a sense, it's also strengthening ties within countries. I mean, we don't have a how do you call it? We don't have an embassy here for Portugal, and I don't think in Portugal they have an embassy for us either.
No.
The same with Macedonia. We only have for Brazil, which is very nice. So Game Jam already sort of like puts those, like Antonio would say, it's already planting seeds for that, and it would make easier for countries to maybe communicate and have things in common. That's why it's so exciting.
Incredible. You are my ambassador now. It's no. Tutalenia said something incredible. Since I am in Game Jam, I have been working to several countries, and it is incredible because I met people met me, and when I have a problem, I know by Discord, by email, by Meet, whatever. I have someone on the other side that I can put my problem, and I can help to solve the problem. And I make one or two paid work with people that I met in Game Jam, and this is also about business. This is about people, connecting people. Like Zambon said, we are united, and if we can have these ambassadors, if each of us is an ambassador of this dev, we can make astonishing things in the future, because we are linked with one passion, the game dev and the industry. And so we must keep this intact. And the next game jam, I think here in Portugal too, will be astonishing. I will go in that the direction for sure, with the help of all of us. So we are ambassadors. We are ambassadors of friendship, of our language, our culture, everything. And that's why game dev is an international language. And I learned this only 2 years ago. It's sad, but only 2 years ago I wake up and game jam saved me. It's like a religion. Game jams save me because I reach a state of awareness that something that was all my life in my eyes, because I am a coder, I make code, but I never see the whole picture. I was seeing the tree, now I'm seeing the forest. It's incredible. Seeing right here, it's incredible to look at you all. So, Tutaleni, you have an embassy of Portugal. That's me. And in Macedonia, Daniela, it's her, and so on.
Same here. So, you guys will
and if you ever want call the waiter, be welcome.
So I think
the right, it will be called for you, not called for any other part of Europe.
So I think I must thank to all the team, Leo Mendes, Leonard Bremen, Ian Rochlin, Zambon, because and Carol and Sandy, and if all of you are not in that side, Daniela, Tutaleni, and me were not in this side. So this is globalization. I am in Portugal. It's one GMT, and soon I live here. I'm going to my life. Each of you are going to your life, and we are still connected about this game dev unity. So we are united. I want to be united all my life.
Oh, qué bonito! I'm going to cry now.
We are not going to cry, okay?
Okay.
So Portugal.
Yes, I was interested in which countries did you work on game jams, Antonio? Because you said you worked in several countries.
Israel and Bahrain. Israel and Bahrain.
Very nice. Very nice. Was it online or you were traveling?
No, online.
Yes. Okay, next year maybe you can travel.
It's not safe for now because the COVID. I don't travel since 2019.
Exactly. Yes. Unfortunately.
All
only
online.
by the seaside.
Yes, all online.
Well,
Portugal out. Tutti.
Oh, Tutti start.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you very much for your participation. Not just only your participation, hearing your stories is super inspiring for all the game dev community that it is watching. Like, people, nobody is going to change the world. We are going to change the world. Like, if you want something done, do it. Go
Exactly.
help the people that is organizing in your country, or if it doesn't exist, like, make a team and let's start a GameJamPlus over there. But for this moment, thank you very much for telling us your story. Thank you for let us know more about your game dev industry in your local communities, and of course, letting us know more about you. Like, this is super important for us in the GameJamPlus, in the game dev community. And I'm going to leave you with this phrase that I love a lot that Antonio said: game dev is an international language.
Oh yeah. I'm going to trademark it.
Yeah, do it.
Let's make a logo.
Yeah. Oh,
and a poster.
Yeah. I love it.
Thank you for all, guys. Thank you for this hour, this incredible hour.
Thank you so much, guys.
Can't wait to see you guys in person.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Okay, cut.
Bye-bye.
And now back to the present. Like, we are going to call our sponsor video, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Please don't get out of here.
Eu conheci a Gazeus organizando uma Game Jam e pelo meu trabalho a Gazeus entendeu que eu seria aqui uma peça muito importante para construir essa empresa.
No ano passado, a Gazeus também me encontrou numa Game Jam. Eu estava trabalhando num projeto como game designer e hoje em dia eu faço parte do time da Gazeus como estagiário de gestão em cultura.
Participando de uma Game Jam e organizando Game Jams, foi possível com que eu viesse para a Gazeus e começasse a administrar hoje o produto mais relevante dessa empresa.
Essa possibilidade de fazer novas conexões ou mesmo melhorar as suas conexões com pessoas do seu time. Às vezes você já tem um projeto em andamento, você já tem amigos com quem você trabalha, e esse é o momento ideal para você conseguir alinhar a expectativa de todo mundo quanto a um projeto que às vezes em 48 horas, por menor que seja o projeto, ele vai te dar muita informação.
Eu acho que o que mais dá pra gente tirar de legal, assim, que a gente aprende na Game Jam é a gente colocar a mão na massa mesmo, sabe? A gente testar coisas, sabe? Exercitar bastante o nosso lado criativo, assim, testar coisas, bastante coisas ali.
Seja com uma equipe que você conhece ou com uma equipe nova, você aprende a trabalhar em equipe nas diversas esferas que podem existir. Você aprende a lidar com pessoas diferentes e aprende a trabalhar com elas em conjunto. E a Game Jam te possibilita isso em um curto espaço de tempo.
Porque são nas Game Jams que você vai encontrar as pessoas mais apaixonadas por desenvolver jogos. As pessoas que querem realmente criar produtos novos e transformar o mundo dos jogos. Então, nada melhor do que procurar nesse ecossistema as pessoas que vão construir uma empresa muito maior.
E é por isso que nós da Gazeus acreditamos na GameJamPlus.
And now we go to one of the most expected moment of this life. Let's go to the announcement of the teams classified for GameJamPlus Great Final Ceremony. And now we will also know who ranked first in each region.
This is so exciting! Before we say anything else, just remember that the team that is in first place will one ticket, one air ticket, and guaranteed accommodation to participate in the Game Jump Plus Grand Final ceremony in Rio de Janeiro. Oh yeah. And the games that are classified to play in the grand final are we have, I believe that is first is on Mountain of Manila, Philippines. I can't believe that these are universities that are playing in their industry and they're having like this opportunity to be creating a place for them. Oh, I love it so much. I would like to know the way that they start to work inside. I would like to see these teams grow up even more. And this is a game, people, that was just making a game jam. Like, look at this beauty. Oh. Whoa. Another top-down shooter from Zambia. I love it. Can we be happy here?
They are all so great.
I love these games. Like I
They
would
are
like to know
great.
more.
It is to see growing up in this game gen is fantastic. And now the best game from each continent are after the video of our sponsor. You will
You will know more. Hello, everyone. I know we're putting a lot of drama here, like just to make you the suspense of who is the winner.
Yes.
Who is the winner then, baby? Let's go to know more. So now, true, we're going to tell you the winners of these semifinals. So for Asia, the semifinal winner is Meet Me on the Mountain.
Meet
from
me on the
Philippines.
mountain.
Woo! Go team, go! And oh yeah,
Congratulations, guys.
super congratulations. So for Europe, our regional semi-finalist is Paint the Thing. Go team, go! Me encanta, me encanta. That game is from Macedonia, and our winner from the African region, the semi-final winner is Verdant from Ethiopia. So,
Congratulations,
yes,
guys.
congratulations. Your team won one ticket and accommodation to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to participate in the GameJamPlus Grand Final ceremony. So we are going to the finals. We are going to the finals. We will get in touch with you to provide more details on this. The other classifieds are invites to participate in the grand final event, but the ticket at accommodation price goes to the winning team in the semifinals of this region. Woo! We are winning. We are winning. We are winning. I really love this experience of the Game Jam Plus and what it's giving to all the regions. Like if you are connected, if you haven't seen the content that we've been making, or this is the first time that you hear of the Game Jam Plus, you have to talk to everyone about this. This is an incredible initiative that it is helping everyone to grow, and we
Yes.
want you to be part of it. Let's make this evil plan that we are going to conquer the world with video game dev industry. What do you think about it? So, for the moment, run the quick
do
and
it.
participate in the draw. Remember that we have a contest going on in the same of this jam. Like to participate for this contest, very easy. You have to follow our profile on Instagram, GameJamPlus. Like the giveaway post that it is in our profile feed on Instagram, and tag a friend in the comments. Remember, it's on Instagram and not on the other channels of YouTube, Twitch. No, just Instagram. We remind you that it is not worth tagging profiles of famous companies or fake content. No. Do not tag the same profile more than once in your comments. And while you round to follow the rules to participate in the draw, we will watch a short video to show some of the games that are partner studios that will be drawn today. So, for the last time, if you haven't noticed it, like the videos that we were showing you are the games that we are going to give away. So, just follow the rules. Remember, you have to follow our profile in Instagram, the Game Jump Plus. You have to like the giveaway post that we have in our profile feed on Instagram, just in Instagram. There is not going to be on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. No, 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 just on our Instagram profile. Very important. And tag three friends in the comment. It does mean that it's someone you know, not like don't tag someone famous or fake accounts or companies. Nah. We want you to invite your friends to be part of this. Or if you are a friend with that famous person, like please tag him a lot and make him spam. Do not tag the same profile for more than once in your comments. That's very important. And of
Mhm.
course, remember that we are giving away that awesome games, and you can be part of that.
Yes.
But before we say
So
goodbye, but we have to say, of course, thank you very much for every participation that you have been doing to the Game Jam Plus, because you've been like, maybe you didn't participate in the jam but you're following our publications. Maybe you just participate in your first jam, you are like, oh, but I didn't finish my game. Don't worry, you were part of this, of course you are. And please don't forget to follow us on social media. Very important, very important. On the next Saturday, on March
very
12th,
important.
we will have the Latin America semifinal. That one is going to be in Spanish for this one. But before we say goodbye, I would like to invite to the stage the team that it is behind the production of this Game Jam Plus semifinal for the region of Asia, Europe, and North Africa. It's also North America here? And North America. So we are inviting our team. Come on, team. Let's show your faces. Who is behind these kind of small stories that we're telling? First, I present you our dear Janine. Thank you very much, dear Janine.
Hi everyone.
How are you, gorgeous?
I'm kind of sleepy, but I'm pretty fine. And I had so much fun on this. And where is Leo? Like Leo is not going to
But Leo's going to appear over here. Leo,
here.
let's make your
Oh, I'm here.
magic. Let's make your magic, Leo.
Come on, Leo. Come on.
Hi guys, how are you?
Yay! So for the moment, this is the core team for this jam. But as this jam, this stream, but as you can see, the Game Jam Plus is like filling with a lot of volunteers and people that it is making an effort to change the world. We are changing the world. We want that the game dev industry and community grow a lot. Just let's remember this lovely phrase, like I just write it here. Game dev is an international love language. I'm going to change that phrase to love language. Like game dev is an international love language, and we can make a difference for everyone. Believe that the game dev industry is changing, not just because the jobs, because of the content that you are creating. You are making the difference, and I have to say thank you for the team that it is helping me today. Like, yay!
You're
Thank you
welcome.
very much, gorgeous.
Nice.
Yeah, we are going to be here with you. Everyone that's going to watch our semifinals. It will be me and Leo here on the backstage just to say hello or just to fix things up. And yeah, that's what we're here for. And just before I finish, just before I say our last goodbyes for today, because there's no goodbye forever, let's make the draw. Let's just show to everyone who's going to win this time. Come on, bring it on, bring it on.
Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it.
Let's
Bring it
start.
on, bring it on,
Bring it, bring
bring
it.
it on, bring it on.
So let's go.
This is the dance of the jam. We are really bad dancing, but we are game
Listen to
developers, not
imaginary music.
dancers.
Here it is. Ta-da-dum.
So
Ta-da-dun.
let's start.
Yes.
Yeah, we can start.
Yeah, let's do that.
Just go on with this.
Yes.
Let's
Alright.
see the winner. Let's see
Ooh,
the
winner! Ooh, winner! Ooh, winner!
Oh, yes.
And the
Who's
winner
going to be the
is
lucky one?
3, 2, 1.
It's me! It's me! Please say it's me. It's not me.
Woo!
Oh, ho, ho.
Congratulations.
Woo!
Congratulations.
God.
Very much congratulations.
Congrats.
Probably it would be me going to look for you. So don't worry if that is a strawberry cat stalking you, just saying hello. It's going to be to give keys. Don't worry, it's not a scam. It's keys.
Yeah, it's a wild cat, the strawberry cat is going to talk to you. That's real. Believe that.
Believe in the strawberry cat.
Congratulations, girls.
Congratulations.
So we are going to go backstage again, so
Congratulations.
our girls can give the goodbyes.
Okay.
See you, darlings.
So
Bye, people.
remember that our final presentation, well, it's not our final presentation. The final of Latin America is going to be, well, the semi-final. My God, they're going to fire me now. Next Saturday, March 12th, we will have the Latin America semi-final. And saying that, remember that we are here to grow the game dev
And
community.
on
Go, girl, go.
and on March 19, we are going to have the same final from Brazil. So come here, join us too.
A big hug, and clearly, be our +1.